Happy birthday, America. How you guys doing? Peasant chat, July 4th, 2021. Things are getting back to normal unless you live in a state that is worried about the Delta variant. Shut the fuck up. Just leave me alone with that shit. It's a cold at this point. It's early to me. I slept like dog shit. You like that going down my throat, Poppy? How you guys doing? July 4th, 2021. Happy Independence Day. A lot of people that follow me on Facebook, which aren't that many, I put up a post saying, hey, if you hate America that much, have fun working on Monday. What that means is don't celebrate something you hate, right? So if you hate Christmas and you hate God in Christmas and you hate the whole idea of Christmas, work on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve if you hate it so much. Be righteous. You know what I mean? Like, some people are about that life. Be righteous. Don't be a cock-sucking hypocrite that, oh, screw America, screw Christmas. Oh, I'm taking them days off, though. No, get to work, buddy. Get in there. Get to work. You're such a hater. Get in there. How you guys doing? I want to say hi to the people here before we get into it. We got Boost Lee, JD Swag, David Parks, Miguel Zalazar, Mike Schmidt, Paul H, Clip Clop the Horse, Dana Damzig, Jared Wells, Dane Austin, Mustang House. How you doing, sir? Alejandro Martinez, Eric Kirby, Daily Driven. Good morning. Happy 4th. Says you to corrupt anti-free speech and company. Salman Mackey. Good morning. Good morning. Mackey, are you Mo? Are you related to Mo at all? John Degenerate Spurg. Thunder Biscuit? What names are these? These are great. Texas Size Gap, Dane Austin, Jason Friedberg and Zane, Twisted in Georgia, Douglas Gonzalez, the resident Portuguese person, Rape Date, Alejandro Martinez, JPL Performance. Man, a bunch of stuff, a bunch of people here. Wow. How the hell did I get 105 people on this quickly? Unreal. Good. Something on. Been in bed for 3 days. This damn food poison Maine. So, the tech video. The Finding a Good Tech video was uploaded, taken down by YouTube. They then apologized and put the video back up, and then they took it down again for a second time for no apparent reason. I still have not gotten an actual explanation as to what the reason was for taking that video down. Some people say, well, it was the fight you showed at the end. You mean the YouTube video that I showed at the end? That's on YouTube that showed that fight? I showed it on YouTube. So if it's an issue, why is it on YouTube, that video that I found of the guy from New York getting beat up? It's pretty crazy. So I don't care. What I'm going to do is this. This is going forward. What's going to happen? I have 120,000 followers on the YOLO Douchebag page on Facebook. I'm going to start doing live streams there. I'm not going to take these away, but I'm going to start putting live streams or doing live streams on the YOLO Douchebag page on Facebook. Why? Because I guarantee this is going to get sillier and sillier, and then for whatever reason, they're going to start, retroactively getting rid of some stuff. I've started downloading all of my live streams for the last 6 months. I've started downloading all of my live streams. I own them. They're here, and I'm going to start uploading them too. So I'll do lives, and I'll upload old lives on Facebook. It's an app that everyone has on their phone. They can reach it easily. I know you guys say, do Twitch, do Grindr, do whatever. None of you guys are going to sign up for Twitch. None of you guys are going to actually go into a website. Let's say if I establish my own website and I put all my shit there, none of you are going to go there. You are lazy. You are all lazy. You all want it hand delivered. So Facebook's on your phone, YouTube's on your phone. I'll stick to those mediums. And once Facebook starts paying me, because I'm gonna have ads on the videos, we'll see where everything shakes out. But I'm not gonna do this for free. Fuck that. If you're good at something, never do it for free. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about Ignite Racing Fuel getting into the fight, like legit Ignite Racing Fuel getting into the fight. YouTube corrupt, yeah. Facebook censors, but what the fuck? What am I going to do? Start my own website that you guys are not going to visit? And then I got to maintain all that server shit? Thousands of dollars that you guys are not going to go and support? I'm good. You guys are going to go, oh, but I got to go to a fucking website? Oh, why don't you upload your videos on, why don't you upload your things on Spotify or something? And then I do, and nobody watches them. So no, I'm going to go wherever the money is. Until Facebook gets rid of me, okay? Until YouTube gets rid of me, good. I can't imagine the content that I'm bringing you guys is controversial. Like people like Crowder and stuff got booted, but they got booted because, you know, they're way heavy into politics. I'm literally talking shit about cars. I think only since the EPA shit has the channel started to get a little notice. Now, I did wear a defund the EPA shirt the whole show. So I wonder if that has something to do with it. So I asked YouTube, they're not going to get back to me. I'm not expecting an answer for sure at all. Danny Gavin says, "Sí, apesta el toto." Exactly. Facebook will be just as bad though. That's okay. I need redundancy. What, you guys aren't going to Twitch? You guys are. There's a popular streamer on YouTube, Laid Back. He does video reactions. 1.8 million followers on Facebook. He started getting his videos demonetized because artists were claiming copyright stuff, not fair use. He went to Twitch. He gets 80 views. 80. Wherever you establish yourself, that's where you're going to be popular. So here and Facebook is where I'm established. So I'll go to the YOLO Douchebag page that has a lot of followers. Let it get shared. I don't care. We're good to go. As long as you stay off of politics, you're good to go. We talk shit about cars. We're good to go. Mr. King, can't you simulcast the YouTube and Facebook at the same time? Sure, if you have very powerful computers. You know how much that requires a crazy stable internet connection and very powerful computer. It's not that important to me. Sometimes putting other YouTube clips in your video messes up the system and they remove the video. Sometimes, yeah, you're right. But no, this one legit removed. Remove the video. Usually they say demonetized or something. No, they literally gave me a strike, which means 3 strikes and you're done. They said, here's a strike. You do it a couple more times, you're demonetized and you're off the channel. And I'm like, okay, can you give me guidelines? Like, give me the exact thing I said or did that caused that video to get removed. I need specificity. It is exactly like the EPA does to car guys. Well, you violated the Clean Air Act. Okay, what part of it? Because it was written in 1970 something. They weren't tuning cars back then. They weren't manipulating the computer back then. We are making cars more efficient now. So tell me exactly what part of the Clean Air Act did we violate? Oh, well, it's our interpretation of it, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, Ignite Racing Fuel got into it there. They understand that this has to go through politics. It has to go through politics. And if you go to their page, Ignite Racing Fuel page on Instagram, they have a couple of videos that, you guys might want to hear. One of them is this one right here. I'm not going to play it for you because I just, it's boring. But what he's saying is the right thing. He has a House of Representatives representative from Indiana there. He talks to him about politics. Then he talks to this guy who's like a known guy who talks about how big oil gets a pass on the whole situation. So I thought that was really interesting. And they've reached out to us, which is nice. They've reached out to us because, in my opinion, we need a coalition aside from SEMA and aside from PRI. I think SEMA and PRI, this is my opinion now. I think SEMA and PRI are absolutely teethless when it comes to this. I think they're looking to kowtow and bow in front of their overlord, the EPA. Yes, sir, EPA. Whatever you'd like, EPA. What would you like us to do, EPA? We have to tell your guys this. Yes, EPA. Hey guys, the best way to do it is get CARB EO numbers. Okay, we get CARB EO numbers. Boom, 15 shops get hit anyway. Or this is what'll happen. Let's say the RPM Act passes. That'll at least be the beginning of a small fight. They're going to poke a hole through that. Why? Because they have lawyers that just literally pour through the RPM Act. If you actually read the RPM Act, if you read it, you can poke holes in it. You can poke holes in it. And you're not a lawyer. You're going to go, well, all I have to do is interpret it a different way than it's written, and I have the power of the government, EPA. I'm still going to do me. I'm still going to go after shops that we think are doing some trifling shit. Interesting times, but Ignite Racing Fuel, I think, is on board with starting a new coalition, a new group of people that have teeth, people that understand that politics is how you get into this. And on my end, it's publicly shaming them. That's the best I can do, and I think that's the most effective thing, because if you publicly and you try them on the trial of public opinion or the court of public opinion, I think bad optics, bad politics, bad PR is not good for any government entity, and that's when they change shit. 100%. Not even evacuating for the storm? What storm? Fucking storm? That 70, 80 miles an hour is a storm? Bro, you gotta live in Florida. We don't get the fuck out of here unless it's Cat 5. Like bad. This bitch is nothing. I am going nowhere. No one's leaving. There's no gas. No, everyone's like, this is a fucking storm. It's a what is it? A class 1 bitch ass hurricane. It's a. Let me see. Tropical storm Elsa to track toward Florida after soaking up Jamaica and Cuba. Okay, cool. Let's see. It looks like he's going to hit Tampa, bro. I'm telling you, it looks... Okay, anytime a storm is above Jamaica and above Cuba, that's when I kind of go, I might have to go. But it is under it right now. And if it cuts up north, it's... Yeah, look, this is... Look, I'm not worried. Again, this guy is under Jamaica, under the Dominican Republic and Haiti, and I live here. And it's going to do this shit. And I'm going to get like a thunderstorm or two. And then it's going to go, hey, Tampa, what's up, guys in Spring Hill? Whee! Hey, you guys like tall trees? Yeah. No tall trees here. I'm good. I'm not going nowhere, bro. I'm chilling. 70 mile an hour, bitch ass storm. Nah, I'm good. A video showed up yesterday on my account that was 5 years old. McHenry from North Carolina gave a 5-minute legit speech. Nice. Very nice. This isn't even a party. Exactly. John Good. People have hurricane parties here. What they do is they get all the booze, a bunch of food, and hunker down in someone's badass house that has a generator, and they fucking drink all weekend and get fucked up. This storm does not even warrant that. We get, microbursts that are more badass than this. Not freedom of speech, freedom to agree or conform. Exactly. So, SEMA. I need to talk to someone from SEMA that isn't going to politic me to death. And I'm going to say, what can you do to have the EPA stop going after people that modify cars for racing applications? And if they start giving me this politicky bullshit answer, I don't want to know nothing about that shit. I'm gonna say I want specifics, bro. I want you to be specific, and I want you to talk like a normal ass person. Well, what happened between 2015 and now? Interpretation. Real simple. Interpretation. 2010 were people getting hit, 11, 12. All of a sudden, 14, 15, late Obama administration, people started going, let's interpret the laws different. Why? Green deal, green energy, green this, green that. I'm like, look, guys, I love you. Taxing and making people pay money because they modify vehicles is not going to make the earth heal itself, by the way. If you're a believer in that, that's great. I'm one of these psychos that thinks, shit changes. So if they are going to say, well, if we tax you like carbon credits, okay, give us a carbon credit situation. So you're telling me as long as I'm willing to pay taxes, you're allowing me to potentially pollute? That's really stupid. Sounds like it's just generating more income. For what? Where does it go? Who gets it? Stop it with that bullshit. Half of downtown Tampa will be flooded because it's built below sea level. 100%. All the northerns freaking out over here in Tampa. People that just moved here are probably like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Well, nothing. Well, okay. If you move north of South Florida, you're going to have outages. Why? Trees. Remember how many times I told you guys that South Florida isn't really Florida? South Florida is built to handle this shit. Miami floods too, blah, blah, blah. But this area is built robust to handle this shit. I don't live anywhere near no fucking tall trees. I don't give a fuck about trees. I don't give a fuck about land. My ass goes through a storm and things are good. Not a problem. My cars get a nice wash. A big palm leaf is going to fall on the car. That's about it. Demonology became a bitcho level member. Demonology, I'm going to have to return the favor. And if you have a membership program on your channel, Mr. Demonology, I'm in. I will subscribe to your stuff because you subscribe to mine. I really appreciate the support, brother. Hopefully everything's going good. He was geeking out over there at the Watson racing facility, and he saw, hey, Demonology, you know them Ford Cobra Jets got your shit covered, right? Maybe not the Dodge track pack thing, drag pack thing, but you know them Cobra Jets got your shit covered, right? And that electric Cobra Jet, that's the future. That is the future. Oh, Twisted in Georgia upgraded his membership to Booty level. So, wow, look at you guys supporting the brother. Answer midterms, vote red. Earl DeSanto. So the EPA hasn't seen the movie F9, huh? I haven't seen anything past F2. Thank God. More money, more government extortion. Craig Hall, it's all about the money. Mikey, I haven't been in the chat videos for months. I'm guessing you already spoke about the building collapse in Florida. Yep. Now, of course, conspiracy theorists are coming out in full force and saying that it was a controlled demolition and it was more likely a sinkhole, But I don't know. At this point, I can't ignore conspiracy theorists because they've been right about a lot of things, especially when it comes to government. But this one hits close to home. I know people there. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but yeah, I've talked about it many times. And Demonology says, love this channel. Hell yeah. The drag pack, or what do you call the Dodge Cobra Jet, or the Dodge, factory? That's the last one, right? They're not going to make more. They've made Cobra Jets for Mustang since, I believe, 11, 12. And, they were rumored to have a twin turbo Cobra Jet for a very long time. They had an NA Cobra Jet. Then they had the Whipple Cobra Jet. Then Watson Racing got involved. I still like the 13 to 14 Cobra Jet program. I think that's such a badass looking car. It's a low 8-second car from the factory. It's real cool. But the Watson stuff is just at another level, in my opinion. Unless your building has structural neglect. Exactly. Look. A lot of the people here know that those buildings were built in the 80s, and I'm pretty sure they were built like out of cocaine. You know what I mean? Like the cocaine built Miami for a very long time. So cocaine money was just everywhere. So I don't know who built those buildings. I'm not going to speculate. I don't know shit. And rest in peace to people that lost their lives. There's over 100 people that are missing or dead. It's ridiculous down there. Drag Pack, thank you. Drag Pack, Candle Aria JG. So the Drag Pack Dodge is badass, but I think that's the last one they're gonna make. It's freaking cool looking, and it's fast. Like, you fast. Where is that? Yeah, man, the thing is it's legit. Is this on a drag radio? This thing looks like it's on a drag radio. Wow. Okay. He's about that life. This is a slick. This one might be, no, that's a slick. It's just like a stiff wall slick, it looks like, because these cars are not light, but they're fast. Okay, they're legitimately quick cars, and I think that's the last one they're gonna make, and that's the one I have. If Demonology can somehow come across that, I think he got a body in white car not too long ago. Demonology did, and he's gonna build a purpose built drag car. But yeah, this thing has a Whipple 3.8 on a big old Hemi. Yeah, you can't sleep on that. And I heard Demonology just recently got himself a Whipple on his car. Congratulations. You waited, 15 weeks for it? Because of materials. I'm not even going to get into it, but I'm like, why is there such a long wait? COVID? Where you getting your parts from? I love talking that shit. Demonology says, them CJs were running big stuff 4th gen. What's your thoughts on Holly Dominator versus big stuff? So honestly, Demonology, if I were you, I'd get whatever your tuner is more familiar with, right? I think operating systems have their quirks. When we used to use SCT stuff, my eyes got used to SCT. My eyes got used to how it's laid out, and I can boom, ba, bang, bang, bing, bang, boom, 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 done. Then when we moved over to HP tuners, I'm like, it's flipped. It's named weird. So you have to get used to it. But once you're used to it, you're used to it. So honestly, whatever your tuner decides to use, Demonology, what is your real name? No one calls me 50 Alex or YOLO. Call me Alex. Is it like Craig? So I need like your name. I don't call people like when I see Zane Blevins. I go, "Wow, what's up, Zane?" I don't go, "Hey, what's up, in Zane Mustang?" I don't do that shit. Demonology says same Whipple 3.8. Got it. Same Whipple 3.8. There you go. So hopefully you don't have any belt slip issues. That's the only thing I've seen consistent with the 3.8. Makes good power, big boy power when the belt doesn't slip. I'm not on the up and up with the Dodge, but are the drag pack non-VIN cars like the Cobra Jet? Correct. You can't register those cars. I don't think Mopar guys have to wait that long on the Whipple. Could be wrong though. That is interesting. Why would be? Maybe they don't sell that many because the factory supercharger is super stout and people do some porting, do some sus, some other things like a lid porting, stuff like that. So they don't need, in my opinion, the Demon doesn't need a Whipple, but if you want to get to the next level, yeah, you want to upgrade superchargers. What I thought was funny is the left-wing media outlets were like, Florida is dead. No one wants to live there because of the collapse. Are you insane? You know how many people are moving here? Do you know how many moving trucks I see? One building collapse negates a whole state? No way. No freaking way. And South Florida is, I don't want to say pretty full. They're still building west. Like if you come down to Florida and you want to move west of I-95 and west of the Turnpike, they are building like ants building colonies, just ridiculous. But I don't want to live west. I want to live near the water. In my opinion, anything west of 95 to me stops becoming Florida and becomes anything else. In my opinion, you want to be close to the water because that's what connects you to the tropical feel of the area. I don't have a Whipple because I'm a peasant. His name is Chuck. His name is Chuck. My name is Craig. Herman, but my wife calls me Big Daddy. Herman, I'll call you Demonology. We'll keep it at Demonology. But when I see you in person, I'm gonna call you Herman because, you know, I'm a gentleman like that. Herman, how you doing, sir? Nice to meet you. You know, firm handshake. I am old school that way. I don't go, "What's up, Demonology?" Oh, no. I'm just very like. If you think I'm wild and crazy in person, I'm really not. I'm like, "Hey man, what's up? How you doing?" I'm actually on the quiet side, subdued, until I get comfortable around you, and then we're good to go. How large of an ice tank do you need for 1,000 plus on air-to-water intercooler with twins? I don't know. I mean, depends on how long you're going to run the car with the ice tank on, you know? Like, I think Senior's ice tank holds two 20-pound bags, right? So what's that, like 15 gallon or something like that? 15 to 20 gallon? Mine's like 20 gallon. There's 10s, I think there's some 12s and 15s and 20s. Mine is the biggest one you can get, and it takes up the whole wheel well of an S197. Problem is, two 20-pound bags of ice and water, like, it's a pain in the ass to fill every time. So when I go to the track, I do like 1.5 bags. So 30 pounds of ice, 20, 10. I could do 220s, no problem. YouTube Corrupt became a bitch. I didn't know you weren't a member. Shit, I made you the mod. And remember, guys, for those of you that pay with PayPal, you're going to want to know my birthday. And because they're going to say, yo, you're paying these automatic payments to some channel that we don't know about because you psychos use PayPal. It's 1/4/1978. January 4th, 1978. 1/4/1978. I'm 43. I'm West and I live right by the ocean. I'm West and I live right by the ocean. Oh, you're way West. Way West. Herman, you racing little baby heads up or what? That might be a pretty good race. I know what both cars run in the quarter. So if Demonology races Manuel's truck, little baby, he is gonna go heads up. It'll be a good race, but I think Demonology he cuts a good light. I think he has a trans brake on his car. And he cuts a good light. And I think Manuel foot brakes. And there's an inherent delay in the foot brake action, especially on that truck, four-wheel drive. So I think it'll be a good race head up. Demonology's car doesn't look like it launches all that great. It doesn't look like it 60 foot's all that great. But apparently it backcaps like a fucking freight train. So that's where the rub is going to be. The four-wheel drive is going to look like it takes off real good. But I think just the body, the squareness, the lack of aero, Demonology's car is built for top end stuff too, so it'll be an interesting race. I think it might be close. PayPal quit asking me, says Clip Clap the Horse. Monty 540, show Herman your Holly cold start. China closing, stopping the ships, losing value to Chinese markets. China closing, stopping the ships, U.S. losing value to Chinese markets. Got it. Whatever the hell that means. Doesn't know English, or is really bad at typing what he wants to think or say. Developers going to start building on the Everglades. Yeah, Matt Jones, that's going to be a problem too, because the land is owned, a lot of the land is owned by the Fanghouls, and the Fanghouls run Big Sugar here, and everything is going west. So if they start selling land to developers out west where they grow the sugar cane for is it called Florida sugar? No, what is it called? It's like Florida, I don't know. It's like the Fangool family. And they own Florida Crystals, who makes Domino and other sugars. All about the tree. It is all about the tree. Demonology can actually, I think if you raise his head up with, oh Jesus, 120, 124, that's legit. If Demonology gets out on the truck, he's got him. And if Demonology runs it better than, in my opinion, an 860 or an 850, just on the tree itself, if he chops that tree down and he hits his gears, he is consistent. And as long as that car hooks, I think, boy, it's hard to bet against Manuel, though. It's really hard to bet against Manuel. But I know what both cars run, so I think it'll be a real good race. I think they should set it up. It'll be a good race for optics. Now, Demonology, if you get beat by a truck, don't get mad. It's the baddest F-150 out there. It just is, you know. It's the street F-150. He can actually drive, you know, that car is quote unquote street legal, depending on your state. Alex, I'm hooked on Aldo's channel. All you guys got great content. Keep it coming. Aldo's channel is great because he's real. He's real. And he does a really good job of narrating for the camera. He goes, what's up, man? Yeah, you know, we just, I was fucking with this fucking car, right? And I was doing the fucking turbo upgrade and and every other word is fucking shit. And he goes, I saw the crank had a crack in it. And I'm thinking, what brand oil pump gears were in it? That's right. I'm talking that shit. What brand crank sprocket was in that motherfucker? Talking that shit. Goodbye, alligators and crocodiles. Yeah. Like once you get to the Everglades, see what's happening is people are moving here like crazy. And then you know what's going to happen when they move here? They're going to want to bring their bullshit politics to the area. And this area is fine. But if you look at how Texas is configured, Florida. Oh, gee. Oh, my God. Jesus. Okay. So, why is there a heart by Hialeah? What the hell is this? Okay. So, I live here. I live a little further up. Gardens. Yeah, I live here. Right? So, what's happening is this whole area, like, they're going to try to build where it's very green. This is Alligator Alley. This is Alligator Alley. So, it's going to be where the fuck's Alligator Alley? I think it's this one. And they're going to try building here. And this is all big sugar country. Like, this is where all the sugarcane fields are located. And everyone is building out west. Like, to me, anything west of 95, to me, doesn't feel like Florida. You live in this area. It's kind of like, it's odd to live here. It's just houses and strip malls. Houses and strip malls, houses and strip malls. The closer you get to the water, the more it feels like Florida. And that's the nice thing about living closer to the water. They can't build there anymore. They're done building. There's nowhere else to build. So to me, it'll stay that way. And to me, that's more desirable. Dixie Crystals too. Alcohol, not methanol. I'm high. Happy Independence Day, Peasant, says Patrick Lynch. Happy Independence Day. Seriously, go out there and don't get your fucking hand blown off. Like, don't do stupid shit. No Floyd Mayweather's in drag racing. We all lose. Exactly. There's who's undefeated in drag racing? Come on, stop it. Hey, Alex, my car's ticking. Should I fire bankruptcy now or later? If it's ticking, just drive it until it's knocking. Ticking's okay. Knocking, not so much. I bet it was MMR, but that's none of my business. Nope. I like MMR, oil pump gears, and crank sprockets. So it is not an MMR issue. Aldo's going to teach welding techniques on the channel as well. If he does, that channel will explode. I think, okay, Aldo's channel is very good because he goes, look, this car has a single turbo, twin turbo, this size turbo, this engine package, this trans, goes to the dyno with Lund tuning, makes 1,000. The freaking F-150 almost made 1,200 on a stock motor, which I thought was sketchy as hell. In my opinion, make 900 and ship it. Ship the freaking truck to the customer. Do not rag anything out on the dyno ever. No, thank you. I am not a fan of ragging anything out on the dyno. Send it to the customer. This is why. When you're on a dyno that's not loaded and you're making enough boost on the dyno to make 1,100, well, that same boost setting on the street in four-wheel drive where that truck is really bearing down, them turbos are working way harder. So you're going to say, well, I had it on the 1,100 horsepower setting and it was fine on the dyno. Yeah, but now on the street, that thing is lugging down, bearing down, and then turbos are working way harder. You're pushing the actual weight of the truck through the wind, and it blows up. At a 900 horsepower level, I think is just right. You go to the dyno, you make sure the math curve is dialed into about 900, 950. If you want to see 1,000 on a dyno graph, fine. I'm not a fan. Because that 900 horsepower setting on the street, when the car is bearing down and pushing its own weight, it is stressing everything out. That 900 horsepower setting is literally like 1,050 plus on the street because the car is now pushing its own weight and really having a hard time. I am not a fan of ragging anything out on the dyno. On the dyno, everything freewheels. Whee! Done. There's no load on it. So when you do a 1,100 plus horsepower hit on the dyno, the customer goes, well, this is the 1,100 horsepower setting. It was fine on the dyno. And then it chucks a rod to the fucking moon. And you wonder why. CJ worth it on a 14 Mustang GT with stock cams or just go 18 manifold? Thanks. Daniel Ruiz, just go 18 manifold. I mean, in my opinion, you shouldn't go CJ unless you are going to go max effort, and that includes camshafts. Someday I'll own a Coyote vehicle, but for now it looks like I'll be trading my 13 all-road for an 18 Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400. Badass looking car. You sound like a Puerto Rican with that statement. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get an Infiniti. Like Puerto Ricans say that. Like exactly what you said. I'm like, oh, man, he just sounded like everyone in my neighborhood. Jared Wells, most likely, yeah, he's going to name another company. I can't wait for this welding tips and tricks if he builds that stick S197. That's where, because Aldo's talent, I think the first time I heard the name Aldo was ice tanks. There was a guy named Steve, Hellcat Steve in Houston, Red Hellcat, and the guy was super, what a nice guy. God damn it, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. That guy was like, yo, you want to get an ice tank? You got to get an Aldo. Aldo. I'm like, is that a person, an entity? What is that? Is it Aldo? Aldo Welds. Like, oh, okay. And then I started hearing that name float around when I worked at Bomberas. Terry Winters says, going to Naples in August, can I get a date and a reach around? No, unless you're a girl. Abdurraham Al-Rahati, best long-term header for Gen 3. Look, you can't go wrong with the big three in my opinion. American Racing, Cooks, and Ultimate Headers. Ultimate Headers to me is number one. American Racing and Cooks, 2, 3. You can swap them back and forth. I always thought the dyno put a load on the car. The more you know, it doesn't put a load on the car. No, it puts the load of the drum. Like when you release the brake, beep, there is no load. That bit's just freewheels, you know? Yeah, there is an inertia built into the drum itself, depending on the type of dyno. And some dynos have load. You can eddy brake, eddy current. You have eddy current, eddy brake. You can actually put a load on that. But most dyno jets, guys just let that shit freewheel because it is just a tool. It is just a tool. In my opinion, dial in math frequencies above 10 or 11 hertz, or maybe 12 if you got a Gen 2. Then you take it to the track, and that's where you finish tuning the car. I don't know personally, but Alex has mentioned that he only recommends TSS and MMR or liver noise. Liver noise also has oil pump gears. Pump gear. I think liver noise, I don't know who they get them from. I don't know if they get them from the same manufacturer that I'm not a big fan of. Then yeah, no, they can suck it too. But yeah, if they get it from like if it's just a name and I wish I knew who they got it from, but um, let me see this power chain bill. I want to make sure. Yeah, Livernoise, MMR, and TSS are the ones I recommend. According to them, it's $200 for oil pump gears here. Interesting, very interesting. Hit the brake on the dyno, it'll put a load on it. You're not wrong. Dustin Custom says, "Happy, what's up? Happy July 4th, guys. Really, today is going to be a nice day because everything that's going on in the country, this president sucks, right? This president's fucking the biggest piece of shit like on the planet. And this is, I think, why the channel starts to get some drama because YouTube doesn't like you talking negatively about this president. Gas prices are going up. Materials are going up. They're coming back down slowly, but inflation is going to be a thing. And, I think we should really take note of what's happening right now. We're 6 months into a new administration, and I think you have to be optimistic. It's really tough to watch the news every day and stay motivated, right? And days like today remind you that there are a lot of people around that love America, love the thought of America. They just want to be left alone. Look, we just want to be left alone. That's it. Just let me go to work. Let me take care of my family. Let me enjoy my hobbies. Leave me the fuck alone. And at least that's how I look at it. And today's a good day to people just hang out and just kind of like celebrate what the idea of it. Look, there is no other country on the planet that you can escape to be as free as you are here. There isn't. There just isn't. I'm sorry. No, you don't see a lot of people trying to get into China. You don't see a lot of people trying to get into India. You don't see any of that shit. So, a lot of people take it for granted. A lot of the younger crowd, I noticed that they have this entitlement culture that they're like, oh, well, I live here, so I deserve everything. You don't deserve shit, homeboy. I've seen people go to college, come out of college with $100,000 debt. And people go, congratulations. Here's your liberal arts master's, dickhead. Good job, dickhead. That's $100,000. What are you going to do with that? You're going to go to Starbucks with that. And then what? 2-3 years down the road, oh, my bills are crazy. Joe Biden, forgive me. Forgive the loan. Can you forgive the loan? I thought I was going to get an education and get a job. Nah, motherfuckers. I'm listening to Kwame Brown, who was a number 1 draft pick. And they call him the bust, but that dude made his money, did good. He's out there talking his shit, and I absolutely love it. How come there are no more trade schools out there? How many of you know high schools that are teaching wood shop, that are teaching machining, that are teaching anything? When I went to high school, we had a shop class, and we had metalworking, we had woodworking, we had a bunch of stuff. Technical schools are just like they're just gone. So now you get taught Common Core math. You go get $100,000 loan and go to give it to UMass Amherst. Get a shit ass degree that is useless, and you come out of college as a 24-year-old person not knowing a goddamn thing. And I'm like, well, there's no future there. There's no fucking future there. I legit sound like an old guy right now, but it's the truth. Both my hobbies are under attack, guns and hot rods. Like, what the fuck? Trade school better than 4 years of high school. Absolutely. I'm telling you, if you go to a trade school, like something that teaches you how to weld, something that teaches you how to fabricate, something that teaches you to be an electrician, a millwright job, if you go become an apprentice and get a pipe fit, go join like a pipe fitter union, boy, you're set up for life nicely. Electrician, HVAC, welding, anything. You're feeding yourself at that point. I don't understand why people look down on you when you get a $100,000 business loan. Like, think about it right now. Can I get a $100,000 business loan from a bank? They're going to go, why? Well, I'm going to say, well, I have this idea. I can build a studio. My channel already generates this much a month. So I already have a known income. But if I get a $100,000 business loan, I can establish this business, build a studio, build this, and I project that the channel or channels or website or something can double and triple and quadruple in income, and you can have your money back literally within 10 years or 5 years. They'll say, no, you're fucking psycho. Get the fuck out of here. You know what the bank will say if I give them some kind of layout like that? They'll do a Canelo. They'll go,
Hey, get the fuck out of here because
Right.
I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
right. But then if you tell the same bank, I'm an 18-year-old kid, I don't have a job, I want to study Frisbee because I got a 4.0 GPA learning Common Core math, and I want to become a Starbucks macchiato maker. The bank goes, here's $100,000. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Crazy. It's easier to get a student loan than a business loan. Livernois is the B name. Oh, is it? Forced induction drive? Yeah, if Livernois is grabbing the B name O-Pump gears, then yeah, you can forget what I just did there. Good morning, Uncle Alex and Bitcho Nation. Jerry Lang says, Mama's cooking. Bro, if you don't listen to Kwame Brown stuff and self-talk clips his show to make it viewer friendly, he is so on the money with that shit. Federal loans. My job is pumping nitrogen and driving nitrogen tankers. Honestly, on the long drives, your channel and Kwame's channel have been keeping me going. That's reassuring you mentioned him. I love Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown is obviously very much in touch with the black community, very much in touch with what's happening with black families, very much in touch with what's happening with the media's interpretation of what they're doing. So this is what Kwame Brown, I think, if you guys don't watch Kwame Brown, I think it's very good. He was a high school phenom, tall, big, and he was drafted number 1 right out of high school. And he went to the Washington Wizards, and Jordan pretty much destroyed his life there because Jordan's a fucking asshole. Great player, terrible person apparently. So he went there and just did not get the right coaching, did not get the right tutoring. Basically, he was set up for failure. And he hung around the NBA for a while, made his money, left, and he was left alone forever. Then he became somehow a joke for media to say, oh, he's a bust. The worst bust in history. Bust. So Kwame Brown been quiet for 20 years. He has not talked about people talking shit on him. People like Stephen A. Smith and all that stuff. All of a sudden, he decided to talk because Matt Barnes and some other guy went in on him on a podcast. And he's like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of these people calling me a bust. I'm about to fire back. And he started having just regular cell phones on his Tahoe, towing a tractor because the boy he's a dude. He's like, I'm working on my land. I get these hands dirty. And he basically is saying that the media is making minorities, they're making them go to college. Like, why couldn't Zion Williamson go right to the NBA? Because they made a rule that they all had to go to at least 1 year of college to be able to be eligible to go to the NBA. Well, then he goes, why? Is it making money for the colleges? I'm like, yeah, that is interesting because if you're a great player and you bypass college, then college sports becomes worthless because they're not paying you. They're just exploiting you. Watch his stuff. It's very good. Sorry to get off on a tangent. It's good stuff though. Mike Rose, the man for sure. It's to keep them wage slave for life. Welcome to our corrupt system in the way of the world. Currently, banks are all ruled and owned by the corrupt elites. When the United States borrows money, who does it go to? Who do they pay? Who do they borrow the money from? Who are they paying interest rates to? The Fed? Who controls the Fed? They're an entity of banks that are like play by their own rules. It's crazy shit. There's still an auto tech and welding and woodworking around here, but a lot of it is through AG. Some people think you have to be a yee. It was me and a classroom full of Mexicans in auto tech. Yeah, but y'all got jobs, right, Insane? Y'all got jobs. You're not out there at Starbucks going, well, I want to go into marketing. I love how people want to go into marketing out of college with no experience. What, you think you're going to go to New York City and get hired by like the top tier anything? Just as, here you go, work on some shit for us. No, you got to cut your teeth and shit. And then what happens after your $100,000 education? Then you hate what that job is. How many of you know someone that went to college to become whatever, have a 60 to 70 to 80 to $100,000 in debt, then they start doing the job that they actually went to school for, and they fucking hate it. Now they're stuck there because they got to pay their college, their school loans, and they're well into their 30s and 40s paying back their school loans. These side convos make you feel like you're watching that dating channel. That dating channel is probably, this is what we talk about on that dating channel, life. They just print like crazy. Rothschilds who own the Fed. Get into education, you actually use it. Or if you went to the military and get a useful job, because driving a tank does zero for you after. Iraq, you're not wrong. What'd you do in the army? I drove a tank. Oh, what are you going to do in the real world? I have no fucking idea. I've been working on milking equipment for 32 years. If you have common sense and are willing to learn, most dealerships will train you in the refrigeration, electronics, plumbing, and SS and stainless steel welding. You're absolutely on point with your thoughts, Alex. Thank you, Raj GT. I appreciate that. Military now is woke joke. Hey, guys in the military, what do you think? Because I have a bunch of guys here that are military, ex this, ex that. What do you think about the whole military relaxing its physical demands and being super woke? That's so crazy to me. Like, the institutions are being slowly chipped away at. Good morning, Alex. Says Stephen Gardner. You are absolutely right. The Fed is a private organization. Very few know that. You're very smart, Alex. oh, thank you. Like, think about it. I literally was watching one of my old baseball coaches have a conversation with kids, players. I was older than the coach. I was the old guy on the team, you know? And he's like, I don't understand what the issue is. Just print more money. And it took everything on earth to not call him a fucking moron. Just print more money. Print more money. Print more money. Oh, okay. Do you know that Venezuela has this crazy weird currency that you cannot print enough of it to pay for a Coca-Cola? So let's say, right? Let's look at our currency system right now. You got ones, fives, tens, 50s, and 20s. One fives, tens, 20s, and 50s, and hundreds. So they're just numbers on a green piece of paper. They're just numbers on a green piece of paper. So think about that. It's just green things. So let's say one day inflation gets so out of control that a Coca-Cola is $1 million. You can't print enough currency at its current state unless, you value the money more. Meaning, if you devalue the dollar and it is $1 million for a Coca-Cola, you don't have enough paper of that money to pay for small goods like a Coca-Cola. That's exactly what's happening in Venezuela. Exactly what happened in Venezuela. Sorry to get off on a tangent, but this is peasant chat, so you guys are dictating the chat. You can get a job working at General Dynamics, working on tanks, even be sent overseas to work tax-free. Guys making $175 tax-free, working in the Middle East for them, driving tanks. Understood, but how many people actually do that? And how many people can all work for General Dynamics? I love my Army brothers and sisters, but it's a joke. Stress cards? What the fuck? Stress cards? Stress cards? Maybe you have to fill me in on that one. Every Gen Z kid, I want to be social media influencer, content creator, play video games for a living. Exactly. Look, I can't talk shit. I have a real job, but I just happen to do this as a side gig, and it actually happens to pay okay. But I do, the content I give you is based on real life work. Military being physically easier equals job security. Understood. They're destroying our military, trying to put them high heels and a purse along with their rifle. All other nations laughing at us. Dogecoin to the moon. What happened to that? Whatever happened to all that Bitcoin? All the Bitcoin millionaires that were going to be buying boats and give it. What happened to you guys? The dollar is actually meant to go to zero. That's why I've been going to crypto for years. Okay, Joe. Got it. You'll be way ahead of the curve. Took 3 years of auto tech in high school, spent 7 years as a mechanic in the Army, and been heavy equipment mechanic since 2005. And I'm currently getting my emergency vehicle technician cert. Good for you, Twisted in Georgia. Look, there's going to be If you want to be a millwright, you'll have a job forever. If you want to be some kind of electrician, you'll have a job forever. HVAC, you'll have a job forever. You'll have a job forever. But some people aren't willing to do that kind of work because they think it's beneath them. It's not sexy. When you go on a date, what do? Oh, I'm a heating, ventilating, and air conditioning tech. Ventilation. HVAC. Oh, you're a mechanic? Yeah. I make $85,000 a year. Stupid. Yeah, I'm a mechanic. No, I'm an HVAC tech. It requires some skill, and I went to school for that. So they look down on you. But if you say, I'm a YouTuber. Oh, and legs open right up. Stupid times here. Gen Z here. Me and Jared Wells getting it done. Rest of the soy boys are doomed. Hunter Walker. Is the money value has something to do with the amount of gold in the country? No, it's all credit system. Think of it as now as a credit system. There isn't enough gold on the planet to account for trillions and trillions of dollars. Like, I remember growing up, billions was a big number. Now they're going, $1.9 trillion package. I'm like, we're so fucked. A lot of people measure the GDP, gross domestic product, and what you're borrowing. Meaning, let's say the United States generates $2 trillion in revenue, but they're borrowing $5 trillion. Well, the Fed goes, well, technically, they'll be able to pay that back because it's a ratio. Same thing as your mortgage. You are borrowing $350,000 to $400,000 from a bank, and your income is $100,000. So that means your $100,000 is able to pay for a $400,000 house, right? That's like 25%. No, not even. Forget percentage. I'm terrible at percentages. So they go, okay, that ratio works out. Whether 50%, 20%, whatever. Well, that's what they do with the United States. The Fed. Oh, you generate $2 trillion. Well, you can afford a $5 trillion this package, and you're paying it back. Blah blah, and then the interest rates go up. Japan borrows 200%, I think, of their GDP versus what they owe and what they generate. And people use that as an example. Japan is as big as like Texas, maybe a little smaller. And I'm like, you're using Japan as an example for GDP versus what they borrow, and the United States, which is this massive country. Come on, stop it. Mr. King says we're not on the gold standard, so the dollar isn't attached to anything. It's credit. Hunter Walker knows what's up. Gen Z isn't as dumb as you think. Some of the out there fathers just terrible fathers. Inside joke city. I love it. Having a Paxton GT, the good car stuff. Having a Paxton GT on 18 and 10 PSI, about to install a fuel system, but after your last video, I'm worried about needing a short block. No. On the 85, send that shit. Mine was on pump gas, so I'm sure it detonated in Florida pump gas. So I'm sure it detonated a couple of times, and it potentially took out ringland. What I'm going to do next is what everyone is suggesting on my channel is to pull the cam cover. Alex, pull the cam cover. I guarantee it's a cam issue, a spring issue. I'm like, guys, it's puffing out of the crankcase. It's puffing out. Oh, it might be a valve. Okay, I could be wrong. Let's pull it in a video and show you if it is a spring, a valve. It's not, but I'm going to do because it's on only number 7. Why would only number 7 act up and all the other cylinders be fine? Crazy. Jason Fabric says, I have a veteran working for me, and he said that they give them stress cards in basic training when they feel stressed. What the hell is a stress card? What spark plug gap do you recommend for a 14 TVS blower car running E85s? NGK 6510, 28,000s. Just like that. I'm ahead of the curve. I make more doing crypto than doing HVAC. Good for you, Joe Cam. USPS offers, people say that, and then when they go, okay, buy something with crypto. Go ahead, buy something. Go, turn it into cash. Go for it. Oh, and then they argue with you. Go to a dealership right now and say, hi, I'd like to buy a brand new Corvette. Sure, how much would you like to put down? 17 million doggy coin? Get the fuck out of my They're going to say, oh, yeah?
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm going to fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
I really want a Diet Coke. Let me go to the 7-Eleven and go, hey, how you doing, Ranjit? Here's my Diet Coke. That'll be $2.15. Here's 14 million doggy coin.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Talk to me when you can actually use that money. View message. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, got it. Thank you, YouTube. YouTube doing his job. Alex, any place recommend to go to get my flywheel clutch balanced? Located in Florida, Coral Springs area. Boy, Devin Marth, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't needed anything balanced since I went coyote. Honestly, I haven't needed anything balanced since I went. I mean, there's a couple of machine shops that I know of, but I don't recommend. Meaning automotive, motor shops, but I don't recommend. Man, I mean, have you talked to Fast Forward Engines at all? See if they have any balancing equipment? I'm not 100%. You can cash out your crypto. Okay, cool. When you can do that, when you can buy a Coca-Cola and crypto, I'll listen to you. Till then, I'm good. But one guy bought a Lambo with Bitcoin. That one guy. Stress card equals a safe space hall card, basically. A lot of places actually accept Bitcoin as payment. Okay, go to 7-Eleven, buy yourself a Coca-Cola with crypto. Talk to me then. I'm not hating on it, dickheads. What I'm saying is when crypto becomes a what do they call it? Mainstream way of paying for things, I'll pay attention to it. Till then, I'll just work for money or land. Like I'd rather acquire land and objects than transactions. Used to be able to buy Tesla with Bitcoin, then they took that away. Wait till America switches to the American dollar. That Canelo sounds simple. Literally every crypto aside from Bitcoin is just hype. Okay, sure. Broke CTR owner. Mike in Connecticut says you can cash out your crypto right into your debit card in 3 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Until I can go to a 7. I don't understand what you guys don't get about this shit, motherfuckers. I can get money out of an ATM from my account. If I can't do that with crypto immediately, like buy something with crypto immediately, like a crypto, someone that accepts crypto, I don't care about it. I don't care about it. Cash out crypto and give 40% of it tax to the government. Your land, God ain't making any more. Exactly. How much money can I sell a 1-year-old London Engage? I sell my Mustang. I got 4 back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th one is in the F-150. I saw a bunch of Bitcoin ATMs in Vegas. I didn't see anyone use though. Exactly. Look at D Live, Alex. Okay, no. I live in the sticks. Local ice cream shop take crypto. Sure they do. You ain't speaking English. Could you imagine your boss telling you that he is going to start paying you in Bitcoin? And is it still very volatile? Is it still very volatile where it goes like this? Well, so does the American dollar. Not that much. Not that much. Land and stuff is smart move or things to barter with like alcohol. Look, you can buy crypto. You can buy, it's basically a credit system. Let's be honest. How many people carry cash anymore? If you bury cash, it ain't worth shit, right? If you have $3 million of cash, okay, it's stupid to like pay cash for things. Everything's a credit system. So people that stuff cash in their mattress, I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. Well, I don't want the bank to have it. If the bank loses it, or if the world goes to shit, you just have a lot of nice green paper in your mattress. It's not really going to be worth anything. It's basically a credit system. When you get paid in a check, right, it goes directly to your account if you're not, if you're living the 21st century. So let's say you get paid $1,000 a week. Okay, that goes into your account. And then you use your card for everything. If you're smart, you use your credit card to establish credit, and then you pay the bill off every month so that there is zero liability on your end. What does that mean, Alex? So let's say you're using your debit card all over the place. Then your debit card gets hacked, right? It is up to you to get that card figured out, and then they deplete your account. If my credit card gets hacked, I got no liability. I'm going to go, hey, credit card company, my shit was stolen. Recover it, bitch. And they do. I have zero liability when I use my credit card. So I use the credit card for almost everything, and I pay the bill off every month. I seen someone who was all about Bitcoin posted on Facebook who was hiring and needed a job. But that ain't none of my business. Exactly. Red pill, then enlightened. Fintech banks is the new form of banking. That's why you got to buy gold. I just want to get paid in ammo or guns. Mr. Krabs mattress. Hey, Alex, I have a 2020 GT with a Roush Phase 1. Why? If you've listened to this channel, there is one supercharger to avoid on Gen 3. And it is the Roush TVS. What would I need to run the 85? Return style fuel system, 1000cc injectors, and a tune. That's all I can tell you. That's how you're supposed to use a credit card. Exactly. You don't use a credit card by maxing it out and paying the minimum forever. That's just crazy. That's just crazy to me. When people go, oh, I can afford $200 a month. No. You owe $12,000, dude. No. I owe $250 a month. It will not, that number will not even move. Once you've maxed out your credit card at $12,000 and you owe $250 to $260 a month, you pay the minimum, that top number will never move. So if you have a credit card at zero and you have money in your savings account and you go 1 week, gas, groceries, whatever, dates, and you go, okay, I've spent $350 this week. In my opinion, pay that. Pay the whole bitch. And now your credit goes up, liability goes down. Just got a $500 fraudulent charge on my debit card. Still waiting to hear back from the bank. Exactly. I don't use my debit card for anything. It just sits in that bitch. It just sits in the wallet. I use my credit card for everything. I literally raised my credit score 25 to 30 points in a month once I started using my credit card for gas, groceries, anything, but then paying the whole bill off at the end of the month. Sipping from a Ray Dunn cup. It was a gift, sorry. BTC can be manipulated because of fixed supply. Alex, aside from the chat, what are you getting into your fourth? Nothing. I'm probably gonna go down to Miami and meet someone for lunch today. Gonna go to the gym. Gonna go down to Miami, have lunch, watch some fireworks potentially, enjoy myself. Then tomorrow we don't work, and tomorrow I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get on the dyno. I'm gonna do draggy stuff on the F-150. I'm gonna do dyno stuff on the red car. I'm gonna be a busy boy, and then I got dinner Monday night with a couple of friends. Alex, what supercharger do you recommend with a 13 manually daily driven? I love a TVS or a Whipple. The front feed Whipples, 3.0s or 2.9s do really well on Gen 1 with the 132 throttle body and the 123 millimeter cold air. So do old school TVSs, Roush TVSs, VMP TVSs. I love the TVS. Crypto people bash normal currency like it's not backed by anything. Then talk about how great crypto is. What do you think crypto is backed by, dumbass? That's what I mean. Crypto. What do you turn crypto into? Cash. Dollar. When you can buy in crypto only, not turn into cash. When Coca-Cola starts saying 210 or 15 Bitcoin on the fucking label, I'll talk to you then. Alex, what's the best way to build my credit at my age? And I leave a card. I have a card I use just for gas now. Jared Wells, if you have a credit card and you're young, use it for everything and then completely pay the bill off. A lot of people think like the only thing I owe on, and again, I got to thank you guys. Only in the last 2 or 3 years have I become very financially stable, and it's due to the support of the channel. Obviously, Lund Racing has done a killer job of not only paying a brother, they make you feel valuable. They really do make you feel valuable. So I really want to thank people like Lund Racing. But I offer a service. You know, I work for Lund Racing, and they appreciate that, and they show me that in money. That's how you get me. Money. So they put money in my account So I am happy. But in my opinion, establishing credit or raising your credit or getting your credit at a good spot is using it often. Credit is based on the usage. If you have too much credit debt, that doesn't raise your credit. If you pay the minimum off every month, that doesn't raise your credit. Using it, paying it, using it, paying it. That's how you establish your credit. So use your card for everything. You're going to get an ice cream? Card. You're going to get groceries? Card. You're going to get card. But only if you pay the full amount off every month. Gold is king. Everything else is paper. You're not wrong. Alex, got that? You get cash back with credit cards. So why would you even bother using a debit card? Exactly. I have this credit card that I use, and I think $1,500 in a month, just dumb stuff. And I got like a huge account on the side that you can use towards purchases, airline tickets, whatever, or you have the option of cash back. And I did that a couple of times. They put money into your account, not crypto. When Lund Racing starts going, oh, Alex, great job this week. Here's 500 Bitcoin. I'm going to say, hey, you can take that Bitcoin and you can...
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm going to fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
I want money. Greenbacks, baby. I want money. Debt to income ratio is far more important. You're right. But you also have to use your credit to have the credit card companies go, you have credit history. He's saying, how can I establish my credit? If you have no debt, and a ton of income and no credit usage, that's not a good thing. The credit card companies and the banks want to see you use credit and pay off the credit card or whatever you borrowed. What pulley would you recommend for a Peasant 2200 to make 750 on E85, 17 GT, 4 system, ID 1050s, and an 18 manifold 3.3, sir? 3.3 will do it in a heartbeat. Joseph Rivas, good morning, Alex. Sorry I'm late. It's all good. If you're spending money on cards, make sure you keep high income coming in. Hey, Alex, what's the best bang for the buck? Boost Gen 3, A10, mostly driven in Mexico. Best bang for the buck. Boost? A Vortec V3 or a Peasant 2200 by far. I have a buddy who literally paid everything in cash and absolutely refused to use credit card. Wondered why he couldn't get a house or a new car. Exactly. Joe Jackson, also limit the number of credit cards you have. I have one. Credit card. Limit the number of cards you have. Too many will hurt your credit rating because you're potentially too far extended. Only thing I was on my car, about $7,000 left on my loan, but I put my parents' name for cheaper insurance, so really on my card in my name. Got it. I have an 11 GT500, 93 Cobra drag car. I want to sell. Where's the best place to post them? Car Gurus, Auto Trader, Facebook, eBay. Believe it or not, the used car market is super hot fire right now. Nick S says, other than mortgage, obviously, if you're paying extra on your mortgage, you're sleeping. He's not wrong. Love me some Canelo sound bites. It says Ants Coyote. Alex, when the companies do that, you will pay 100,000 times more for that crypto. Alex, when the companies do that, you will pay 1,000 times more for that crypto. Laugh my ass. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I think you're speculating because you're an optimist because you're into it. But in the last, 200 years, we've worked on a different monetary system than some floating thing in the sky based on transactions. I'm going to stick with that until the floating thing in the sky with transactions becomes solid 200 years plus background. I'll stick to what works. Prepaid credit cards can be a good thing to get kickstarted. Exactly. Jared, if your parents or someone you know would allow an authorized user, that would help a lot. That's a good idea. If you guys have a child or a son or a teenager, make him an authorized user on a credit card and obviously monitor what he uses it on. By the time he's 18, 19, 20, he will have established credit. That is nothing better. There's no better way of setting up your child than to have him at least have good credit. I'm not saying give him access to your credit card so he can go ham on it. I'm saying make him an authorized user in any transactions that you make and he benefits from. So by the time he's ready to go out into the real world, he can get an auto loan to go get a job, drive to his work or whatever, meaning he'll have credit history. You got to set up your kid for the future and making him an authorized user on one of your cards while you're accruing credit, so is he or she. This chat is going awesome. Basic knowledge and entertainment on life things. Thank you, JD Swag. I appreciate that. With crypto, you can stake crypto and get 180% APR for holding it. You can live off interest. Again, Joe Cam, until that shit becomes a 200-year thing, I understand you're an optimist. I understand that's what you want to do. You won't catch me dead fucking with crypto until it becomes a mainstream way of doing things. And the dollar has been around for a long freaking time. So I'm going to stick to that for now. That's not true, Joe. More cards you have with credit that all have zero balance, very low balance, that boosts your score high. Okay, sure. How much gain from porting VMP Gen 2 blower? It depends on boost level, honestly. If you take it to someone like Kong, right, you get a Gen 2, you could probably see, let's say if you have a 69 millimeter pulley on that sucker and it made 780, you'll be over 800, maybe close to 820 on the same boost level. It'll be like a 20 to 30 horsepower gain. And if you port the lower also, you'll definitely see gains. Mustang House says, what do you think of Dave Ramsey's who says not to use credit cards? I don't know who Dave Ramsey is, but I use credit cards just to pay them off. And my credit score literally went up 30 to 40 points very quickly. Oh my God, Joe Cam is one of these guys that I'm about to boot because I don't care about crypto. I don't give a fuck about crypto. You're never going to convince me that crypto is better. It is good for you because you're into it. I don't care about crypto. You're not going to convince me anything about crypto, dude. Crypto's becoming mainstream. No, it's not. Fuck out of here. Dave Ramsey is an idealistic dream, in my opinion. 300 viewers on a Sunday morning. Nice. Not bad. 318. Ramsey probably says that because people can't use them responsibly. They get carried away and end up with $10,000 in balance. Exactly. So what ends up happening is a lot of people get a credit card and they go, well, it's free money and I can pay the minimum. And you got to look at that as a loan. Every single time you use a credit card, it's a loan. So the last thing you want to do is have it accrue interest. You don't want to pay interest on a loan only. You want to pay down the principal. So every time you swipe a credit card, you gave yourself a loan. Right? You gave yourself a loan. You go, oh, that's $1,000. Bam. I'll pay it off in 6 months. So that $1,000 became, I don't know, $1,200, $1,300 because you have a 25% interest or 30% interest in the thing because you paid the minimum or you paid what you could. That doesn't make any sense. That's ridiculous. And that's how the banks make money. So what you do is you do this. I have the money in the bank, but I'm going to use the credit card and then pay it off. And then all of a sudden, your interest now became 0% because you paid it off. Not zero, it's close to it. That's my point. The current system is obsolete. Oh, be ahead of the curve. Obsolete. When the dollar goes away and Bitcoin becomes the only way motherfuckers get paid, I'll then pay attention to you. But you're going to be ahead of the curve, and I guarantee you won't be any further ahead than anyone else when it all becomes mainstream. When it all becomes mainstream, you will not be any further ahead. Trust me on that. That's my point. Dave Ramsey is a very smart man, super knowledgeable on financial and credit responsibility. Alex, how you been? Says Cedric Weish. Been good. I've been here working. The banks are stupid people. Alex, do you remember when stores would run your card through a paper carbon copy press thing? Now we have the chips on cards. Exactly. I remember you'd go to a gas station, you pay with a card, they come out with that carbon, then they go, right? And then you sign, and they have a carbon copy of your number. That was like ripe for credit card fraud. Now you just tap on a card. You just tap, boop. If your card has a little Wi-Fi logo on it, which I don't think any of mine do, but all you have to do is tap on most of these receivers, and it's good to go. Then there are those uneducated folks who take cash advances on their credit cards. Read the fine print on the interest rate in that one, folks. Or balance transfers. I've known guys that live the high life. Every single time you see a guy out there buying drinks, buying food, buying high-end things, that dude is credited out to his eyeballs because he wants to be the life of the party. Guys that have money don't spend money. Guys that have money don't spend money. So if you see a guy, yo, I got this, I got that, come on, I'll pay for meal, that motherfucker probably has $40,000+ in credit card debt. He uses the balance transfer game And the balance transfer game's ridiculous because they say, oh, no, 0% for the first year on balance transfers, but the minimum has to be like 1,500 to 2,000. And then you end up going, oh, I'm just playing the balance transfer game. You could literally do that for a very long time and just kind of float. But eventually, like if you get a divorce or if you want to get a loan, that's going to show up on your credit and shit's going to go downhill really fast. Who are those rookies here that think they're going to change Alex's mind on crypto? I mean, you're not going to change my mind. They're going to say, well, he's old, he's stupid, he's dumb. Look, there's a system set in place that's been around for hundreds of years. Until crypto is hundreds of years established, I don't give a fuck. Right now, we are such a small blip on the world radar. We are such a small, tiny, right? This little piece of history that we're going through between 2010 and now is such a boop. It's such a very small blip. But the dollar has had hundreds of years, gold, silver, hundreds of years. You're not going to convince me this little blip, this little tiny blip of crypto is going to be the future. Because who knew about Doggy Coin since last year? Nobody. All of a sudden, it became a joke and it went up. And then when it came down, people started suiciding themselves. Oh my God. What the fuck? Right. Blip on the radar. Give it a lot of history. Give it a long histogram. Then I'll give a shit about it. Order my RTD this week. Ready for the lunch sauce. Nikki Figueroa. Mr. King, if the value swings 5% in 30 minutes, then how would prices even be stable? Thank you, Mr. King. Get ahead of the curve, bro. Come on, man. It's the future, man. Only in the last 3 years has it been the baddest shit ever. Get ahead of the curve. Shh. People trying to convince me crypto's the way is like vegans trying to convince me to go vegan. Joseph Rivas. I remember those machines when I worked as a gas station as a kid. Got it. Financial advice with Uncle Alex. Clip clop the horse. Jesus Perez. Elon Musk can single-handedly crash crypto with a tweet. Thank you. So let's say tomorrow. Allstang 10 already says hi from Australia. Tomorrow, Elon Musk says, fuck the dollar. Fuck the dollar. Crypto's the way to go. And he had secretly bought a shitload of crypto bullshit. I don't even know what it's called. Then everyone goes, yeah, Elon Musk, yeah, crypto, to the moon, woo, to Mars, woo, to Jupiter, woo. Then the next day, he wants to short it or something and goes, fuck Bitcoin. They fucked me on my deal. Douchey coin, douchebag coin is the new. So one guy's words can influence a digital currency. One guy's words will not affect the dollar at all. Bankers are going to go, shut the fuck up. Hey, that Tesla thing that was propped up by the government, shut the fuck up. Look, I love the Teslas, I love the technology, but let's be honest. That is subsidized manufacturing. Let's be honest. Without the tax breaks, without the US government, Tesla wouldn't even be a thing. Without him getting his rocket money from the government, Tesla wouldn't even be a thing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So Joe Cam, I understand what you're saying, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Why I am skeptical about digital currency where some guy can just talk shit and affect my pocket. No, thank you. Appreciate it. Good morning, King Becho, says Ashley. Gotta stick to what you know. Tyler Olson. I have some new balances. I waited till now to admit it, says David Martin. People wake up. These elites at Elon can pump up crypto and make millions in cash. That is literally insider trading. It is literally, by the definition, insider trading. If you know you got a bunch of blind followers, sheep, they think you're a god because you build rockets. And oh yeah, Elon Musk said it. Let's go. He smoked weed with Joe Rogan. He's cool. Then he goes, look at these dumb motherfuckers. They're actually listening to what the fuck I'm saying. Fuck Bitcoin. Shoo! Oh, what happened, Holmes? You're stupid. That's what happened, Holmes. That's literally insider trading, dude. How is he not in jail? Martha Stewart did less and she did time. Alex disappeared. Black screen. What? What are you saying? Bitcoin touches the wall. Alex, need to grab yourself that soundbite of Nick Saban telling the news reporter, "It's not happening, so quit asking. It would be an exquisite add to your board." I have to look into it. My car ended up being a good investment. Cars somehow ended up being an investment. Remember all those people that said cars are not going to be a good investment, and then all of a sudden you sold your S550 for $8,000 more than you could have sold it for last year. Crazy times. YOLO coin going to be the YOLO coin. You know, where's my hat? YOLO coin. Can someone? There we go. And it's a red hat too. Someone grab this, right? Make it a YOLO coin sign, right? Wait, I'm going to pause it so you guys can get a good screenshot. And let's make YOLO coin a thing. Wait. Got it? Okay, good. Let's make YOLO coin a thing. YOLO coin to the moon. Fucking clowns. Paid $36,000 for a brand new, and now I can sell it for $40,000. Going to roll racing event 2 weeks. Looking to gapping some fools. Good, nice, Ostang. You're in winter time down there, right? Ostang, it's winter for you. Screenshot that shit and make a YOLO coin to the moon. So like Democrats, haha, puppet in chief, dude can't even finish a sentence. See, I think Elon Musk is so smart that he gets in his own way, but his communication skills are really, 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 really bad. Anyone gonna watch a Snake Eyes movie? Made $11,000 on my Whipple S550. Nice, good for you. Sold my 99 Cummins for $15,000 last week, and I bought it for $6,000 4 years ago. Damn, Bitcoin. Happy 4th of July. Jason Farber likes it. Ants likes it. Exactly. Happy 4th of July. It's going to be a good time. Just don't blow your fucking hands off. Don't be stupid. Bitcho token. Yeah, winter. Okay, so you're in winter down there in Australia. So are you, where are you specifically? Because I know there are some places in Australia that are like Florida that are always warm. Then there are also places that get stupid swings in weather. I'd like to visit Australia someday. Not the fucking outback where there's, you know, didgeridoos and bullshit. I want to be like by the water, like somewhere nice and tropical. Hopefully it doesn't get rained out. Gotcha. Still going to do peasant reviews? I'll hand you the keys after it's tuned. Nikki Figueroa. Maybe. Sure. I want junk ass cars. I want like a Taurus SHO. I want like a Contour SVT. I want a Ford Escort GT. I want dumb, stupid cars. I want a Buick T-Type. You know what I mean? I want like weird cars. Nah, blow your hands off so I can gap you because you can't steer. Okay. Is it too early to start drinking? It's never too early. July 4th, in my opinion, if you drink, get up and start getting fucked up. And you stay fucked up all day. It's a Sunday too. What a crazy day for July 4th to fall on. A Sunday. Right? July 4th on a Sunday, you're chilling, everyone's home, and you're just, I'm going to get fucked up, and I won't remember half the night. Like, it's going to be a good time. Sydney is badass. Adelaide, South Australia, drier climate. Got it. Been raining in New Hampshire since Friday. Today it is going to be 88 degrees and gorgeous here in Florida. I'm curious how Spring Hill area and Tampa is going to be today. I hope it's going to be a good time. Oh, beautiful. 84 degrees. 84. And then tomorrow going to be 90. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really nice time in Florida before the hurricane blows a little windy, little leaves here and there. Ever seen some Buick Somerset T-Type? No, I have not. Those are all awesome cars. Exactly. Pat the one. Alex, help us understand these billionaires who have unattractive old ladies. You'd think Gates, Musk, and etc. would have the hottest women. No. You got to understand. Those guys are stimulated by something else, right? When you get to an age where you have had pussy, you've fucked chicks, you are almost bored by sex, meaningless sex. You want to get with someone that's super compatible. And if someone gets your brain, like really understands who you are and really gets you, then that becomes really attractive. Now, don't get me wrong. I can't go out with a girl that has no ass. I'm sorry. But if you're kind of dumpy looking and you got a killer butt and you got a great personality, count me in. Use the new Toto currency. Toto currency. Same here in Massachusetts. Rain, rain, rain. Mini bike man, it don't matter. You guys can't blow up. You guys can't set off any fireworks in Massachusetts anyway. Legally, you can't. Where's the member link for mobile? Shoot. Let me see if I could find it. I'll see if I can find it. I think someone sent it to me way back when. And let me see. Someone sent me a message on Instagram. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Got caught early. The modding trolls. Okay, someone sent me the link. Here we go. Copy link address. And I think this is for mobile, if I'm not mistaken. So try that guy out. See if that one works for you. It's on the chat. I put a link on the chat. Rain here in Connecticut too. Will it be okay to install my FFE on a day or two after I get tuna in the car? You can do whatever you want after the tuna's on the car. We're just not going to shut off any lights if you make any changes to the car that have to do with emissions. We just can't. Alex, gonna take my car Thursday to tune it. Paxton 2200 CJ. Wow. 1050X's McLeod drive shaft. Fastest car I've ever had already. To see it on the street. Is it pump gas? It's probably going to make 650. That's the most I'd want to make on a pump gas car anyway. Man, my shoulder's jacked up. 90 here in Wisconsin today. Have a great 4th. Have a great 4th, Raymond Goggins. Appreciate you very much. Minibag Badman. Legally, haha. Keyword. Had a million on Route 95 in Wakefield yesterday. Had a militia on Route 95 Wakefield yesterday. They shut 95 down for almost the whole day. What do you mean a militia? Minibag Matt, what do you mean a militia? Like legitimately militia dudes are popping off in Massachusetts? That's the beginning. Because Massachusetts, it's one of those states that people are just like accepting defeat. And if people are starting to rise up in Massachusetts, that's a good look. Clip off the horse in the house. Forget not who you are, children of the sun. Sorry to hear about the white car's motor. What's the direction you're looking to go? Any plans to rebuild into an NA street monster with CJ and cams instead of Boost? No, fuck no. That's crazy. Boost is life. It's probably going to get a new short block. That's it. First, I have to verify that it's a Ringland issue. And if so, short blocks are less than $2,000 brand new. So I'll probably just get a new short block and then take my old short block, send it out, see if it's even worth building, rods, pistons, and sleeves. If not, I'll get a 5.2 short block and just put some forged internals in it and then have it on deck in case the other one does pop. Okay. So glad I'm gone. Nothing like 2 months of good weather. Northeast. Yeah, Northeast sucks, dude. These dudes from Rhode Island, yeah, they had guns. Whoa, I got to look into that. Casey526 used to send links to the job channel. Apparently, she's enjoying that hot girl summer. Alex, thank you again for the channels and videos. Your time and energy is appreciated. Have a nice 4th. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, sir. Pat the one. Said that again. No, Alex, it was wannabe militia. Oh, it was a wannabe militia? Oh, okay, yeah. If it's some bitch asses, then I don't care. 11 guys ran out of gas on the side of the highway. Look it up. Thumbs up for the members only chat. Okay, I might look. Tonight, guys, if I got time tonight, I'm going to go live on Facebook and just answer questions and start getting the live streams going. Today, I'm going to upload another video. Again, I downloaded at least the last 6 months of live streams, and I am slowly uploading videos to Facebook to establish a way of monetizing. They say that I had to meet a certain amount of engagement or a certain amount. Okay, then I'll just start putting old videos up on there as a backup and then do live streams. And then once I'm able to monetize, it'll be a backup to the YouTube stuff, because if they start getting stupid about, got community guidelines, but not actually giving me specifics, it's going to be hard to operate. I could say to someone, go fuck yourself. And they're like, oh, you told someone to go fuck themselves. That goes against our community guidelines. Oh, okay. Sorry. Don't you have that voodoo short block? I do, but I don't think I'm going to use it on a Gen 3. Yes, sir. Pump for now. The next couple months, getting a new fuel system. Been a fan for a couple of years after my bro told me, keep up the good work. Fight, brother. Thank you, Joseph. Jarasek. Look up Moore's Group, Alex. They aren't even citizens. Oh, got it. Okay, E-Rock. I'll look it up. Not a lot of comments of the week. No, the last 2 peasant chats have been... Today was the credit chat. We talked about Ignite Racing Fuel joining the fight. We talked about credit application. We talked about Bitcoin. We talked about everything today. I love this chat. Cylinder 7 is probably the one that was out of spec from the factory. Alex Rodriguez, I guarantee it's a Ringland issue, and I'm going to show it. But I will pull the cam covers off and see if any of the springs are loose or anything like that. But I really don't think that would cause the issue I'm having. Do you still keep beach supplies in your trunk for when Hannah is down to hang? Lucas, all the time. The white car always has an umbrella, a towel, and a beach chair ready to go. Alex probably going to go to Carolina Squat Champ Stamp. Happy Independence Day, says John DiNapoli. Fellow Patriots, if you voted for Biden, this does not apply to you. I agree with that sentiment 100%. Is a 450 LPH pump with a 93 enough for 700 horsepower? 8 100-pound-an-hour injectors. Yeah, it'll be, in terms of power, but the octane is your biggest culprit there. You need the best octane possible. Yes, Facebook threw me in jail for 30 days because I said women were weird. Yeah, the Moors, haha, not citizens, but follow the Constitution. Odd. Super, Javi says, Alex, at Cars and Coffee, I parked next to 2008 Bullet 5.0 swap built by Power by the Hour. I talked to the guy the whole time. Oh, 2008. That's probably Christian's old car. Alex, I have a 15 Mustang. Changed the whole snorkel tube filter on the head unit. Much horsepower will I lose because of the engine heat? Not much. I think you're going to gain more than lose. You're not going to, you change the snorkel tube to filter on the head unit, it's probably going to make 30 more horsepower. But if you had a aftermarket snorkel, you don't lose much power. I've seen that aftermarket snorkel like really make big gains on him. Tucker Carlson in the house. Biden raised race fuel prices on purpose. Hey, the NSA is watching you. They're probably watching me. Her piston for show, Monty 540. Looking at Gen 2 or Gen 3 S50 with auto boosted. Gonna stick around 900 wheel. Which one would be best? Gen 2, Gen 2, Gen 2. At work and still got a lock. Fuck yeah. Still got to log on. Fuck yeah, says Israel Sanchez. So if Mustang parts are the new Honda guys, what are the Honda guys now? I don't know. Honda guys are now putting, all-wheel drive systems in their Civics. I'm like, they're becoming legit. Have a good rest of your day, Alex. Have a good time with whoever you're going out with. Thank you very much. 85 equals race fuel. Yes, the EPA is going after 85. Okay, guys. 11:01. I am way past my time. I really hope you guys have a great July 4th. Celebrate what this country is. There is no other country like this on the planet. This is the last safe haven left on this planet. So really appreciate being here when there are people literally dying to come here. Celebrate, understand why this country was founded. Be safe. Have fun. Do not blow your arm off. Please, please, please don't blow your arm off. I will probably be on later tonight on Facebook live on the YOLO Douchebag page because I got to start getting some content up on there just to make sure that there's redundancy and I have a backup to everything. Have a great 4th. Happy Independence